we're on a journey like every other company. You've got new managers, you've got new employees, so it's constantly telling the story about recognition and about gratitude. And it's really something that we're trying to concentrate on, which is leading with gratitude. So you don't have to go into the WHiQ platform, we call it C3, ties in with our vision of designing and building the future for our clients, colleagues, and communities. So we get those 3 C's. You don't have to go into our C3 program. You can just say thank you, but being able to say thank you through the platform really then lets everybody else see that gratitude and what you're expressing. And I think that's so critical. Especially if you're a manager, you want others to know that you appreciate what they're doing. I know over the years I've heard Eric Mosley talk so many times, or others, about the lift that you get when you give recognition. And I think that's one of the things that I talked about with our organization years ago when we first were looking to implement was, if you gave a $500 award, you got a certain amount of a lift. But what if you gave 5 $100 awards? Just think about that same lift that you're getting, because the amount of the money didn't really impact it. But if you were able to get that lift throughout the year, how much more are your employees able to do and able to give, and how much more successful is your business? And it really just comes down to being able to say thank you and well done and I appreciate you. We first implemented on Halloween of 2016. I remember the date. And before we implemented, we had kind of a program where it was pretty disparate type program where managers, some purchase gift cards, some would say, hey, let me give you, take the night out and pay for a dinner out or something. But we didn't have, very clear line of sight into why were people being recognized? What were those behaviors, and how could others, kind of aspire to provide, to perform to those same behaviors? We are a consulting organization in the architectural and engineering space, and we do a lot of project teams. So it's very much a matrix organization. And so the fact that you could be on so many different project teams working with so many different people, that lack of a peer-to-peer recognition, I think, was just something that was missing. And being able to provide that through the implementation and the launch of the platform was tremendous. So I think the transparency, the opportunity for the peer-to-peer, but I also think this will sound kind of simple, but we're a global organization. Even just the fact that you had the standard of living index for us to be able to provide recognition that was equal, like providing equal purchasing power across our global organization, that meant a lot to people too, because I think some of our team members in countries outside of the US were feeling like maybe they weren't getting the same type of recognition or the same level of monetary recognition, or and they didn't have that same purchasing power. So that was a big thing for us to be able to implement. We're still on that journey with gratitude. So all the features that WorkHuman continues to roll out, I think they're things that are very well received in our organization. We implemented the recognition and the years of service, the service timelines, when we went live in 2016, but we're still looking at that opportunity to roll out the life events and to be able to celebrate some of those things that are going on in the lives of our employees. So again, not just what's happening at work, but what's happening in their life, because we want them to feel comfortable bringing their whole selves to work. When I think about the ROI, one of the things that is really paramount in our industry is talent attraction and retention, just like it is in most every industry these days. But I think that has really been able to, the platform and being able to focus on recognition has definitely been a plus for us. When we think about all the hiring that we've been doing over these last number of years, we want to keep the people that you're hiring. And so I think one of the last reports that I was able to review with WorkHuman was showing that our new hires were 4 times more likely to stay at SSOE through that first year, based upon the recognition that they were receiving. And so, I mean, I think that's just a really critical time for us with our new hires, is to make sure that we're helping them, lay the groundwork in that first year for success. And so being able to provide recognition and see the impact that has on our retention has been very critical. We also, we've got the recognition, but we also do a lot with collecting employee feedback, and we're focused on engagement. And I do think that the higher our recognition is, the better our engagement scores have been. So definitely another area that's been really great for SSOE. So when we think about the culture at SSOE, it is a very collaborative organization. Part of just born out of what we do and the fact that we are a project delivery firm and consultants. And so we've got team members that are working in cross-functional teams across different engineering disciplines, but across the globe. We have team members from Mexico, India, or the US that may be working on a project team together. And so that ability to communicate and to collaborate and bring the ideas and the perspectives and the experience that everyone has to the team, to the project, is so critical. And so when we look at collaboration, it is one of our core values, and certainly one of those areas that we're able to look at within the WorkHuman on what that which core value our recognition moment is tied to. And hands down, it's closer to 60% of our recognition moments are tied to collaboration. So really helping us to deliver on our core values, and again, deliver on our vision as an organization.